How's everybody doing out there? This is the Black Effect, the real Black Effect. And I want to get into a quick topic. How do you find a wife? I heard, or husband, how do you let God choose your wife or your husband? How do you do that? You hear people say things like that. You hear people and I heard Christians say that, that is a good thing. That's what we need to do. And I hear people saying, but I never hear people explain it. No one, it seems like people in the church they never try to expound on that. You have to go, you will get more advice on that, like I say, just from another source. And that's unfortunate. It's like, but you ask, like, what do you mean? Like, okay, I get that's what you're supposed to do, but like, can you expound on that? Well, what God told me is that when you let God pick your wife or your husband, it's gonna be the easiest thing for you to do. Or if for real, like, it's gonna be like lock and key. It's not gonna be something like, how do I know that? Look in the Bible. You didn't see no men in the Bible when they got wives, or when they went and took wives when it was time. But what I will say for men, it's easier for you to take a wife if you're financially stable. You don't have to be rich. No. But if you're not financially stable, then it's going to be harder for you to take a wife. You're really not ready to do that. And I said, you have to be financially stable, and you should have the things that you want to do going, or know what you want to do and be moving in that direction. It'll just be easier for you. It's harder for you because, again, look at the men in the Bible. When they got wives, they just took them, or they went to them and made an agreement. The women already knew, the men knew. They got married and they had sex, and that was what it was. People just overcomplicate things at this point in life. But okay, so right now you're letting God, you're doing your thing, you're financially stable, and you want to let God choose your wife or husband. As a woman, you want God to pick your husband as a woman. Okay, so now I'm gonna get to another thing about that, for women, that I see a lot of women doing when they say it's like you're not following through though. Like, how is God? I saw a meme like this. How is God gonna pick your husband and you don't go anywhere? Like, how is God gonna, give me something to work with? Like, you don't never talk to new people. You all shut off from everything. Or how is God gonna give you a husband when you don't even talk to the opposite sex? Like, how is God gonna give you a husband, or put you, even present him to you when you basically don't even like men? Like, you don't even want to give them, you try to act like it's something wrong with them. I don't get it. Like, God's saying, give me something to work with, or work on yourself first and then come back to me with that. Because he can't give you the type of man or woman you want, and you're not the woman that you're supposed to be, or man you're supposed to be. But that's, first you gotta find, again, what does it look like to find your husband or wife? Like, to let God find it, because that's what the goal is. You want and why is that the goal? Because God knows who's truly God knows who you need. You get a lot of people that you want, and and it might be may not be one person that God can put you with who you will be compatible with, but the person that you do get with, that's who God meant for you. If it's easy, but the key is, it's gonna be easy. It's not gonna be like pulling teeth. You're not gonna be chasing that person. You're not going to do that. That's not biblical. No man ever chased a woman in the Bible. I'll take that back. Not a righteous man. No righteous man chased a woman in the Bible. There was secular men, there's men even in biblical times doing the same thing, simping. You had a guy who was in chasing after David when David came and took his wife back, and then he's chasing after her. She was married off to another person, or she basically got somebody new. And when David came back I guess they thought he wasn't going to come back. And when he did, she had to go with David, with her first husband, her true husband. And the guy's running and chasing after her. And they had to tell him to go your own way, for you end up getting killed, basically. And that's just not something that righteous men are supposed to do. Men in a right mind. It's no point for that. Because again, if you are on, a lot of the dudes who chasing booty, they're just whoremonger males. That's why y'all chase women. You getting divorced. That's why God doesn't see divorce. A lot of you guys just divorce your wife because you tired of her. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a righteous man. We're not talking to you. But this here is pretty crazy. The church won't tell you these things. They'll just say stuff like, you find you, let God choose your wife. Wait on the Lord. It's like you can wait, but God tells you, God helps those who helps themselves. You have to give him some things to work with. Sometimes you waiting on God to show you that person, but some people, you miss that person. Like, you let them go because you ain't even honed up any type of courage to talk to them or talk to the opposite sex. You done became shut in to things, so you can't even, you're not your best self till when that person come around. And God gotta default that. And then he may raise something, he may give some more time and bring that person around again, or he may raise somebody else up for you. And then you got another shot. And are you ready then? I just heard people just like, it's all just I'm waiting on this, waiting. Nah, I see a lot of, you can't play God. You can't, what I'm saying, you can't scapegoat God. You can't put him in and try to make excuses and make him the excuse. No. You on this earth living life, you have to do certain things as a human. And God gave you free will. Like, at the end of the day, you can choose to be with whoever you want. At the end of the day. And God, as long as you have God with you, God will, you have to have faith in the Lord that these things you have to do it. Like, it's all on you is what it's about. Or a lot of people just not faithful people. You're just not loyal people. So you're never gonna how you gonna expect loyalty from somebody else? You're not a long-suffering person. You're not a person who endures a lot. So your partner not going to tolerate a lot from you. Like, you're going to do one thing. The person you really like, you're going to do one thing to them and they just going to ghost you. That's how it works. But letting the Lord find your wife. Now, but the Bible says the man who finds a wife finds a good thing. So to find something mean you actually have to be actively looking. You got to be ready, open for that, ready, actively looking. You have to, be seeking that to find it. And it says that when you find this, like, you gotta, that's like it's hidden in things. To find something, it's hidden in things. And when you find that hidden, like, it's hidden in it's a unique thing hidden deeply in things. And when you find that, that's found in a good thing, but you have to actively be looking. Now, we also know that we pray and let the Lord guide our lives, and we want God to pick our partners again. Why? Because we want them to, because we truly want to find somebody of equal yoke. Those are the relationships that work. Those are the truly blessed relationships. Those are the relationships that have that people that have true love, or people not competing and things like that. These are the relationships you need. So, and those things are easy. It says the yoke of the Lord is easy. And that's what it is when you with equal yoked people. they get along. Like, these are friends as well. Like, and it's nothing y'all can for y'all two to get together and build. You want that. So, but to do that, it's like, how do you do that? Like, and what does it look like? It's, I'm giving you one of the traits, the main trait. This is the main thing to look for if you meet somebody, and it's easy. That's why you see people who get together and they get married in, a matter of months or something like that. They know they both ready. They both on the same frequency. They actively looking. You have to be. See, don't try to, don't fake the funk. A lot of women try to use God as an excuse, put him up in some wall. And it's like, nah, God not honoring that. Not honoring you, not really working on yourself with the opposite and finding out how to treat the opposite sex and things like that. No, and finding out about yourself as well. It's not just, it's about all of that. If you're not willing to do that and you're just trying to put, like I say, just use that guy as an excuse and a buffer. No, not even a buffer, just as a wall. Like, you using God, like I said, as a wall to wall off people, like in opposite sex, or you have bias or something like that. No, God's not honoring that. You gotta be active. Both parties gotta be actively looking. And when the thing to look for is when you two speak, the speaking is gonna be easy. The things you want from them is gonna be easy. The affection you want from them is gonna be easy. The loyalty, you two gonna be on the same page. First of all, y'all gonna get to know one another easily. It's gonna be just like lock and key. The attraction will be there. I'm not just talking about physical attraction. The mind, body, and soul attraction will be there. It'll be like lock and key. Everything will go smooth. You won't have to question these people in the beginning. None of that. That's how you two will be talking. You'll be talking the same language. Like I said, speaking in body language and physical, in all things, in speaking, like I said, and in body language. So just understand that. We just don't explain these things. And like I said, in church, we try to act too holier than thou and act like you don't want to come out and just say the real, man. We know people having sex. We know people are going to be in relationships and having children since the beginning of time. All this stuff is in the Bible. We just have to teach it and bring it out and expound upon that stuff. So that's what it is, man. That's how if you're talking about letting God find you a husband or a wife, I understand that, and that's what we should be doing. And to do that, what does it look like? Like in the Bible, did the righteous men chase women? No. That didn't happen. When they had wives, they took them. They went and got them. Like those women, they met them. They went somewhere. They saw the women, and it happened like lock and key. It was easy. They got together. It wasn't a bunch of loopholes and how much you're making and this. But the thing about the men is you have to be financially stable. It makes it easier to do that. Now, again, there's exceptions to this because you can be in college or not have it yet and have it's easier to do it in that time. But when, as a man, you should be financially stable. Not saying rich, no, but those men in the Bible, when they got their finances, or they were stable in life, they went and got them, got them a wife, and that's it. And for women, it's the same thing. You don't even have to be financially stable, but if you want a man who is, you want God to provide you somebody of equal yoke, then you have to be. What do you expect? And that's just that. If you want God to find him, it's gonna be easy. You ain't gonna have to be asking a man what you're doing and what's your credit score, and you ain't gotta be asking all of that. Like these dudes, you're gonna know what the dude is about, and he gonna know what you're about. So with that being said, this is the Black Effect, Real Black Effect. I'm gone.